Welcome back, guys, to this new video Express. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get started with PowerPoint. One of the greatest tools to get started, one of the greatest elements to do this process is, for example, to cover everything you need to create a simple professional looking presentation with a little bit of design and animation. So first of all, let's look a little bit about the main areas you're going to be needing to know, which is start a new presentation. So when you open Microsoft PowerPoint, you can choose a blank presentation or an actual template. Now, for beginners, I highly recommend choosing a template for the get-go, professional designs, and give you a great starting point from colors and fonts. Just select the template you'd like and click into create. In this case, I'm going to go for create with templates, and you can see that we have got the creative design, how the strategy recommended for announcing growth and strategy, trending colors, and so much more. Let's start with something a little bit easier, for example, the all hands meeting. I click in there, and now here just click into an hour to new slide and choose a different slide. So I have, for example, by default 14 different slides that I can use totally for free. If there's a slide that you don't want to see, just click into the thumbnail in the slide panel, as you can see here. I click on it and I hit the delete key. For example, I'm going to go scroll all my way down. I go for the 11 and I delete this specific element, so I no longer see it. And I do all exactly same things with all the slides that I do not want it to see. For example, the page number 6, and do exactly with number 5 also. So once you have now done this process, you're actually good now. In this case, I am only with 10 slides. With these 10 slides, I wanted to create and start my video. So to insert my content for the text on your slides, you'll see boxes that says click to add text, or in this case you have just an example. For example, agenda, growth strategy. So for example, let's say all hands meeting. I double click in here and we can now use this as an edited. So how to use PowerPoint. Right, I can go and click into the next one, which in this case should be introduction. And this is how I can use the PowerPoint to get started with my videos. So I can add, for example, here have growth strategy, market analysis, financial overview, innovative solutions. So let's say, for example, the basics, editing, templates, animations. Basically that will be actually, even I can do design, export, share. Right, now let's go for the next one, and let's say basics, how to edit text. And so I am going to be changing all of the text until I am actually ready. When I finish editing everything, I can add, for example, images. To add images, what I can do is, for example, I'm going to select my text and try to make this element a little bit to the up. And focus here for the upper section, or I can focus for insert. And to insert, you can choose the option that says images. Now, in my case, what I wanted to do is to, let's say I'm going to be adding cuts. And into adding my cuts, I wanted to use this, let's say screenshot, so I can import this into my presentation. So I'm going to go for gallery. Here's this screenshot I'm going to be using. I copy it and I paste it right over here. So what I can do, if I wanted to, is to double click so I can change the cut of it. So let's say that I wanted to add now a form, like a line, from here to here. Once I have added now that element, I can edit the element that I had clicked into it. For example, moving this from here to here. There we go. It actually looks really well. Something else that I can do is to add a text section. For example, this is just an example. I'm going to close this and I'm going to move this a little bit to the right. There we go. And let's say add images and shapes. There we go. Let's move on to the next one, which is designing your presentations. So you can change the entire look of your presentation in just a single click using the element that says design. Into design, you can choose a new design or to choose a specific design that was already been created. For example, you have tons of designs that you have created, have by default. For example, just click into one that you like the most, and you can see how automatically all your design will be changed right away with all the information that you have just added. You don't have to do so much. Now let's add a few animations to the transitions. So if I focus here into the upper section, what I want to be doing here is to adjust a few animations from PowerPoint, which in this case should be animations added. Let's say transformations, pushed, and we're actually good to go. I can go for appear, I can go for something like this. And when I finish with all of this, I'm going to focus for the option that says present. This is going to be showing me how it actually looks, the presentation, with the animations that I have just generated. So every time I click into next and next and next, it should be appearing my presentation with the animations that I have just currently added. And there we have it. Once you finish with all of this presentation, what I'm going to be doing here, if everything looks well, I go for the option that says show. I can share a link, or I can just click into show. And here I should be appearing different options to save and present my presentation. And that will be actually it. By following these steps, guys, you can create a professional presentation that looks great and gets your message across. So this video helped you, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to TechXpress for more tech tutorials and tips. And hopefully, guys, we can see you next time.